Hi all, welcome back to another lecture of DBMS, and in this lecture we will be learning about in-memory databases. So in last lecture we were talking about Redis command, and at that time we learned about like how it actually used in in-memory databases to have the faster query, right? So that's what in-memory databases means, and let's learn about it. And along with that, we'll also learn about how and why it is so important, and what are some myths. And then at last, we'll end up the session by seeing and learning about the difference between in-memory and the disk resistant. So first, what are in-memory databases? So in-memory database stores data directly in the main memory rather than traditional disk-based. So like how for other traditional databases, we save the data in the disk, right? So hence the read-write operations will be time consuming when frequently it is needed. But in case of in-memory, where we actually save the data in RAM or cloud, which actually where the input and output read and write operations are very fast. So hence it is optimizing the whole performance of the system. So data is stored in RAM, offering low latency. Latency means delay. So low latency means low delay access and fast performance compared to disk-based database. Ideal for real-time applications where stock market and online gamings where data needs to be changed frequently. So there we need the in-memory database. It can provide persistency by periodically writing data to disk. How it actually do? So even if the data is saved in main memory, so periodically it writes in the disk, right? How? By snapshots and logs. So it maintains the data in the backend somewhere, so that if some failure happens, it can get the backup in the main memory again and retrieve. So hence the data is persistent here. Next, it leverages data structure optimized for main memory access. So actually it allows you to schema less architecture, hence enhancing the performance. Next, why do we need in-memory database? So it actually provides a low latency application. So as the input read-write operations are very fast in RAM, so that's why the delay in the query will be very less. Hence, it is low latency application. Second, real-time processing. So when in some applications like stock market, finance trading apps and online games where data needs to be frequently changed, modified and retrieved, then we will go for in-memory database, which actually, will be very fast and efficient compared to saving the data in disk. Next is scalability. So as it can be saved on different multiple servers, even if some servers fail, then other servers are already up to solve the request. So hence the scalability is high, and that is horizontal. Next, reduce IO bottleneck. So as we do not have we do not have saved the data in disk, where IO operations will be overhead. So hence we do not have IO bottlenecks much here. Example, Redis is widely used for caching in web applications where quick response times are very much important. So these are the few reasons like how and why we need in-memory database compared to disk management system, where real-time applications and real-time or data frequently being changed will go for in-memory database instead of disk resistant database. Now there are some myths about in-memory databases. Let's see what are those. First, data is low on power failure. So it says data might lose if there are some power failures. Earlier it was so, but now because in the modern IMDBs we offer persistent mechanism like snapshots and transaction logs, we keep saving to disk, ensuring the data will be recovered if there is any failure. So hence it is a myth now. Second, database are so costly. IMDBs are so costly. So we know that nowadays RAM and cloud-based system services prices are also falling less. So hence now it is more affordable compared to our traditional times. It is also a myth. Third, limited scalability. So it can scale horizontal by distributing data across clusters just like traditional database. So now it is also horizontally scalable, and we can scale it on different servers, so that in case of some servers failures, there are other servers already up to fasten our query. So hence limited scalability, again a myth. Next, only for cache. So earlier people used to think that like how we actually do the caching thing in disk to optimize it and to improve the performance. Here IMDBs are only used for caching, but it is not so. It can also handle complex query, analytics and transactional workloads like how disk manages. Again a myth. Next, IMDBs are always faster. Not in every case. because you know that in disk management system, we use caching and indexing technique to improve the performance. So it depends on the data structure, like how we are saving the data and the database structure. And again, depending on the use case, it can differ. Like in some cases, it might happen that disk is faster compared to IMDBs. So again, every time IMDBs are always faster, it is again a myth. So these were the few myths which were necessary to discuss regarding the in-memory database, so that you will have a proper idea and you can answer any question if it will be asked related to this in the interview. Next, we will learn about in-memory and disk-resistant databases differences, right? So, first, talking about data storage, in memory we will save in RAM. In database, we will save in SSD and HDD. And here we will apply some caching technique to improve the performance. Performance wise, it is extremely fast because IO operations in memory is very fast. In case of disk database, it is slower because IO in disk might overhead the system, but if we apply caching, then it improves the performance when user only wants the frequently used data which are already been saved in caching. So again, no need to do read-write operations to disk. The caching can handle all those requests. So hence it will be equally, valuable than in this case. Talking about cost, in memory will be costly because here we are managing RAM or cloud services. But in case of database, it is very cost optimized because disks are comparatively very cheap in price compared to in-memory databases. Data volatility. In case of in-memory database, data are volatile. Means if you are not saving the data periodically and snapshots and logs everything in disk, then if there is any power loss, then your data might got lost. But in case of disk persistent, as every time after every transaction you are saving the data in the disk, so even if there is some power failure, you have all the updated data already saved in disk. So hence it is non-volatile. But in case of in-memory, it is volatile. So that was all about the whole lecture regarding in-memory databases, why it is so important, some myths regarding the in-memory databases, and again the difference between in-memory database and the data-resistant database. That was all about the whole lecture. I hope you learned. Now let's meet in another lecture with some more interesting and important topics. Till then, keep learning, take care of yourself and your family too.